ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of XYZ and Tea. I'm Sherise.
And I'm Perris.
And welcome to a long waiting period. A long time of lifing like usual. And us just coming back to y'all a lot more frequently, as we promise, all the time, but really more frequently making it happen because we miss y'all miss us. So, but you know, I feel like we miss y'all more because
I mean, this podcast is really special to us, so it's just like whatever. Like I say, honestly, it's special. It's whatever.
Right, but it is, honestly, it's like really special to us. Like, and we just hate not being able to be as consistent as we would like to be. So we're here no matter whatever we got to do at this point.
I mean, this is an open call to any on-call producers because we never know when we're gonna actually for real film, which it should be Thursdays, by the way. So we're gonna try to figure it out. But any on-call producers who are willing to do anything that we really want because we're mad picky.
No,
that's an open audition, I guess. And no budget, free. It's volunteer work, so.
Yeah, it's honestly experience work. So if you would like experience work,
she's like actually trying to sell it. I'm like, y'all.
No, I'm saying, because here's the thing: people, they do want the experience, and they want to be able to say that they've done something like this. So I'm all for it.
Okay, if y'all are serious, I'm kind of joking. Sherise is a little serious. So yeah, let's get into what we're talking about today, though. Today's episode. Well, actually, first, how are you?
I'm good. Okay. Life has been really wild this past.
Okay.
I want to say like the past month, it's been a wild kind of. There's been things entering my life, things are exiting my life. Just finding out new information about things that are like going to be happening pretty soon. I don't really know how to feel about some of them, but I feel like doors are closing for better doors to open, and that's where I feel like I'm at right now.
She looks so girly right now, y'all. I'm just like looking at her.
I got my hair done, y'all, for Mother's Day. It's a little but you know.
No, she's looking like she loved The Little Mermaid, and she was sitting there sobbing with her cute little hair.
It was so good. It was so good. I went to go see it by myself. Okay. So that night when you texted me, you're like, "Oh, I'm going to the same theater."
We were literally in the same theater.
Literally just an hour after.
Yeah.
So I went to go see it, I think, at 10. You went to go see it at 11?
Yeah.
I was in there boo-hoo. And you sent me, like, the laughing emojis.
Bro, because I'm like, she's so dramatic, but I'm like, I know how special this movie is to you, though, too.
My nails. Like, okay? I took my babies. God. Like, you see my nails? You see the scales? You see the seashells? Okay.
You gonna have to show that camera for real because, yeah.
I don't know if y'all can see that, y'all. Okay?
She got undecked out.
Yes, it was serious. Barbie, watch out for Barbie because my childhood is coming true right now. That's gonna be a good movie too.
Oh,
I can't wait.
Yeah, you're so funny.
I can't wait. They casted all the best people for these roles, and like, I'm so excited about it.
She's here for it. But you didn't respond to my text. I said that I felt like we got a black mermaid and a black queen. But I felt like Under the Sea was gentrified. Like it was a way more like.
Okay, hold on.
I remember it better from the cartoon. It was like a little. It didn't have enough flavor in the live action.
Like it wasn't like it didn't have enough to it.
Yeah,
I kind of see what you mean by that. I like the fact that Ariel was singing too. She wasn't just sitting there listening to Sebastian the whole time. But dude, he's not really like. Oh, actually, no. Both of them actually are not like from the island. I don't think either one of them are Caribbean.
Yeah.
But it didn't have that oomph in the song.
That's what I'm saying. And that was like my favorite song, at least.
Yeah, they wasn't going hard in the paint, but the overall story, though, like, the story made sense.
Mm-hmm. I was giggling at the whole movie. She was sobbing. I was giggling at the whole movie.
Well, when she sung A Part of Your World off the show, And then the end, I for sure, I boo-hoo.
Yeah.
But in between, yes. Cause
part of your world almost did get me. Scuttle was funny.
Scuttle,
I love me, so I'll go
she's hilarious.
Yeah.
And the person who plays Sebastian, his name is something Diggs.
Yeah, it's like Davy Diggs.
Yeah, Davy Diggs. But yeah, honestly, and Prince Eric was fine.
I feel like he was okay. I don't remember feeling like that. You're funny. He did look like his character, though. I remember thinking that they got him to look like his character.
That's what I'm saying. He looks like his character. He looks good.
You said. Okay.
I was like, okay, because at first I was thinking the same thing, but I'm like, no, he looks.
She said, "Take a bite of that cake." All right, I'm doing good as well. I'm chilling or whatever. Like there's, if I have to think about it, it's gonna take like 5 minutes to really think about how I'm doing.
Well, how did you feel that the end of your semester went for this year? You're gonna be a junior next year, bro.
Girl, I cannot wait to be done with that. I'm like, I was thinking about taking a break. I'm like, bro, because it wasn't that it was a hard semester. Like I actually had a really easy classes. It was just like too much going on, and I could not find a balance or like really just like catch a break, for lack of better words. But like, yeah, I was like, as long as I pass these classes at the end of the semester, like I'm good. Like I was just making sure that I could pass those so I can get all my little credits, because the only thing that I've had to retake, or I'm gonna have to retake, is pre-calculus, and I have to do that next semester, which I'm like not excited for, because I was just saying that gives me acne. Like it stresses me out to like do math. So
we asking for producers, we asking for tutors, we asking for mathematicians.
No, okay. But I literally have to pass. So I'm not even associating with school right now. In my head, I'm very much on like summer and work. So I'm good, but I still got like mad things that I'm like editing and having to get out right now. And so this video though, I'm trying to transition because we always go hard on the intro. But like this video is going to be about being a mom versus a college student, and the different routes, I guess, that we took, not necessarily by choice, not necessarily like this is just like what happened, but like it is completely different. Like I happened to go to college and she happened to be a mom, so so that's just what happened, and we're gonna talk about that. So I have some questions here on this. This is actually something that I painted. I had the questions on there.
Oh my
god. But
so we're gonna go ahead with this one first. It's calling me.
Oh, it's calling her. I like that. I like that.
That's because I have OCD. But anyway, what was it like watching each other grow up?
Okay, that's a good one to start with. I feel like you're so funny because like she was just she was honestly just like my sister. Like it was just like, I don't know, like I don't think I paid attention to her as much as she thinks I did, or maybe I did and I just picked up certain stuff. But like for the most part, like watching her grow up, it was just like, I just remember she had this big group of friends, and they were like, either they were like not always at the house, but we had significant moments where her group of friends were at the house. And I don't know, I remember when she got her first car, and how reckless she was when she was driving that. Bro. All her tickets, all that. I'm just exposing her right now because that's what I remember. And
I deadass got a letter in the mail from the DMV that said, and if I find it, I'm gonna read it to y'all. But it literally said, "You are amongst the worst drivers in California."
Wow.
Because they were saying that I was going to get my license suspended because I was out here. My driver record is clean now. I'm not out here doing no reckless stuff. No more red light tickets. Knock, knock on wood. So.
Yeah.
Watching you grow up, I feel like you had a very like, you had a glow up.
Okay.
And I say that because you went from like this little kid that like was very like creative and playful and all of that, and once you like got to high school, those things, they didn't like go away, but like you put those into like your art. Like you were able to like put that into art and stuff, but like you became more serious and like you were just like, you just started to grow up. It was just, it's weird as being the older sibling, watching your younger sibling grow up with just different things in a different time. Like, it's just crazy. You grew up with like technology. Like I grew up with like, you know, having to meet people and have friends and all of that. So like we were like the start of like MySpace and all that, whatever. But yeah, so I still do have my group of friends, but what I will tell you is that if you have like a group of friends, and this is just anybody in general, come 25 to 30, if you have that big group of friends, sometimes 9 times out of 10, I hate to burst your bubble, but you will have a fallout. There'll be like a couple people that'll just, it's just gonna go down. It's just like that. And because people are getting married, they're having kids, they're starting their careers, people are evolving. They're not those same people that you were interacting with during high school. So yeah, so I have a handful of friends.
That's real.
And I'm okay with that.
What does that say? What's your
funniest moment with your kids / college?
Well, yeah, like, so for you, what would be your funniest moment with your kids, and me, what would be my funniest moment in college?
My funniest moment is like with Madison, because I was trying to teach her basically about like body parts, like why Jackson has the body parts he has, or like why Madison has the body parts she has. And I have to show you this video. I don't know where it is, but she was talking about, oh, Daddy don't have no cookies. He got gummy bears. And I was like, them not them. She said, yeah, she literally said, them not them cookies. He got gummy bears. And I was like, oh my God. Like, what?
That's actually funny.
Yes.
I can imagine her saying that too. Like,
I have to find the video for you. It's so funny. It's hilarious. You'll scream.
Okay, bro. My funniest memory in college would definitely just be like, I don't have a singular memory, but like being roommates with Tiffany was just like quite the experience. It was just like because like we could really do like honestly whatever we wanted, but it was like we were still grandmas about it. So like when we did go out, it was normally to like freaking Del Taco and like late night Denny's trips and stuff like that. But it was literally like, it was just such a funny time, like what we were sharing, and like just like we were in the same room, like we were just right next to each other all the time. So that was just honestly in general like a whole funny experience.
Oh
yeah,
I think that is fun. I feel like that's really the college experience, like just being able to do like, hey, you want to do blah blah blah, okay, cool, let's do it.
Yeah,
but like you said, still be a grandma's about it. Let's get our food and come right back to
right back to the crib. Exactly. Okay, so was it scary giving birth?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Not scary. Like, well, here's the thing. You don't know what you're gonna like. I had never done it before, so like the pain that I experienced. Like, first off, they said that I have a high pain tolerance because I was having contractions. Excuse me, and I didn't even know it. And then they gave me Pitocin, which induces your labor. And I had an epidural, which everybody's scared to get epidural.
Cause I just heard that there is a tube that they stick in your back.
Bruh, get that epidural. I don't care what they say. Get that epidural, because I was ready to fight somebody in the raid. Like, I was literally about to like scrub with my own mom. Yeah, I was screwing with my own mom because I was in so much pain. And after I got that epidural, it was like I was high. I was loving up on everybody. Yeah, and it didn't hurt. Like they were saying, it's this long needle, it's this long, bruh. It's just a little pinch, and I mean, you barely even feel it. You're in so much pain.
Other pain,
yeah. You know what I mean? I was like, so I'm about to be like freaking out, and they were like, "Okay, we're done," and I just felt this cool like breeze, like. And it was done. Yeah. And then the next day, Then the next day I gave birth.
Yeah.
Like that, early that morning, I ended up giving birth. So the pushing part feels like you gotta take a dump. Yeah. So, and some women do. They do end up taking a dump. But, like, it just felt like, oh, my God, please just get the head out of there. It feels like, it basically feels like a turtle head trying to come out of their vagina. But,
and you had two that needed to come out.
But Jackson eased the way for Madison. Yeah. I need to feel Madison. She just glided out of there. So, but it's scary because you don't know what to expect. You don't know what your kids are going to look like. You don't know what the experience is going to be. So
she said what the kids gonna look like.
No, like that's literally what I was like. They're pushing me away. Y'all saw them push me away, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, what's gonna happen? Like, what's happening? Who's got to do the work? Who's gonna do the work? Because I already did enough work.
Yeah,
I made them already. Just get them out.
So like, but based on your based on your pain tolerance, like not that you're planning more kids, but like, would you have kids again? Like, in the sense of like, was birth that bad, like, or that good?
Nah, as in the sense of like, it wasn't
manageable.
That bad.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like some women are different, so they'll just have a natural birth and no drugs. For me, I had twins, so I wasn't even gonna take that chance.
Yeah.
I went as far as I could go
naturally.
Yeah, until I was like, okay, I'm like in so much pain. Like, I gotta. It feels like all 9 months of your period is just
there. Yeah,
they are. It's like gang initiation.
Yeah,
and they tearing you up.
Yeah,
all 9 months at the same time.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, nah. But would I have kids again? I always say no, but if God blessed me with more kids, I would do it.
Yeah, I would do it.
I would do it.
That's cute.
Because they're so cute.
Babies are
so cute, but they're expensive, and that's why it makes me. That's why it makes me want to change my mind because really, everything. The price of everything is going up.
Continuously.
Like, kids at the perfect time.
Yeah,
and they're 5. Why am I gonna start over? Potty training was a lot. Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Well,
not too bad, but everybody different.
Everybody is different.
Don't just go off based off mine. Like, no, everybody don't have the same birth story. Like, some people are a little rough.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like though, for me, like I would want to do a home birth, but like obviously, like I would need like all the people, all the stuff.
Yeah, you would need like a midwife. You need a doula. Like,
yeah. So I would have to do my research for real. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like they say that, having a natural birth is like a lot better than having an epidural. Just because you're at home in your comfort of your home, so it's nothing like be worried or scared about. Now knowing and doing it and all of that, I wouldn't be scared. It'd just be like another go round. Okay.
Another go round. That's a mom mentality.
Yeah, it was fun. Like, honestly, pregnancy was fun. It was what a time to be alive. Like,
what a time. That's great.
No, for real, because like everybody's so nice to you. They just want to feed you, pamper you. Like,
it's a good time. It's a princess treatment.
Yeah, passenger princess always.
That's good. That's good. Okay. You want to pick a post-it? What are you called to?
I'm called to this one, but we just talked about children. It says, why local? Why no HBCU?
Well, so I've never had to actually answer this question. I can say why no HBCU because personally, like my perspective on it was not high in the sense of like I was very much, especially during COVID, like when I was having to apply, like I thought about the energy of actually moving across state and the main reason I feel like you're gonna laugh. The main reason is because I wanted to be able to dress however I wanted without being judged. And I heard that and it was like all over TikTok and like Instagram and stuff, but like at HBCUs, like you have to get like dressed low key, like for real. Like they don't do that as much anymore. Like that's what I've heard from my friends who actually attended, but like it was really serious. Like if you wore like sweats and like hoodies all the time, like it's just like it's not a chill vibe. Like people really get dressed like to go to class and stuff. So that was like one of the main reasons why I was just like, I don't feel like doing all that for people, or I didn't want people to even give me that much attention in general, like because I'm gonna wear some hoodies and some sweats every day if I have to.
Wow.
So I just don't step like that. And I was also like, I haven't even traveled in general, like for me to be like, oh, I think I want to live here or go to a HBCU. Like I don't know. I wasn't comfortable enough with any kind of culture anywhere else, like, and I don't have any family out in like in Atlanta or Tuskegee. Like that's just not where I resonate with. So yeah, so that was like the main reason, just because I didn't feel like having to impress people when I wanted to focus on college, moving out of state. I just felt like it was going to be too much on my spirit and my personality and all that when I was like, COVID was a lot of self-discovery for me and all that. So I just I didn't want to do it. It wasn't me. So local though, like my whole childhood, I used to want to go to USC, like, and then one day I was like, oh, I think maybe I want to go to UCLA. And then I honestly don't know how I got to LMU. Like, if we're being honest, like why I applied, just probably because it was the closest school. And it was like, I did like the campus. Like I liked that their acceptance rate. Like I just genuinely messed with the vibe of LMU.
Mind y'all, she did get into Stanford, so I just want y'all to know that. Okay.
What are you talking about?
Didn't you?
Girl, I only applied to 2 schools. That's what I was about to say. Fun fact, I only applied to 2 schools, LMU and UCLA.
So then why does Dad keep saying that you got into Stanford?
Girl, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard him say that. He would know that I did not do that. Now she had fake news on me, y'all.
That was your daddy.
I don't know what's wrong with that man. And I hope he hears this and is gonna be like, what?
No, for real, because bro was just out here. I said, oh, okay. I'm like, I've been so proud of you this whole time. Like, wow, like my sister got in this. Oh, for real.
No, babe. I hope you didn't tell anybody else that, because it's simply not true.
I'm happy that I didn't only tell my nail tag.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, she don't need to know the truth. It's okay. Would you have wanted to get like married first? Did it matter to you if you had kids first? Like,
I had a whole life plan. Okay.
Yeah. Like, so how did you imagine it to be at this point?
At this point, before or like realistically?
What do you mean? Now I'm confused.
Basically, like how my life plan was supposed to go, or how it is. Okay, so how I envisioned things was I was gonna be done with college by like 22. Be done with college by like 22. I had like my career going. I get married by like somewhere in between there, at least by 25. I was gonna have my first kid like a little bit after that. Yeah. And then I was gonna go for my master's. I was gonna go for my master's like by 27, and then by 30, like I'd be like really solidified in my career, like
plotted. Plotted.
I'm about to have a second child, like all by 30.
All by 30, plotted out to a T. Plotted out to a T. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at how it is.
It's called I didn't stay the course, and that is okay that you didn't stay the course. So now I have the children part did happen, but 2 happened at 25. I'm just now kind of starting to be in a career point. So now things are kind of coming together by 30, but like you hear that plan like of how I thought things were gonna go to how things are actually, like,
yeah,
unless you have things set up and like, you know, sometimes it does work out the way that you absolutely plan it for, but you can't harp on those things if you don't want, like, if you don't want to be heartbroken, you can't harp on those things if they didn't happen at that age or at that point. Because life just doesn't happen like that. It doesn't work out like that. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer for the things that you really want to happen.
For real.
So if you have a plan and you are in your 20s, it's not going to happen the way that you think it's going to happen.
Like, aspire to it, but don't hold it too tight.
No, and don't be afraid to mess up or fail. That only makes us stronger, and that only makes us smarter.
Good life tip. I love that. You said this is how it was supposed to go. And then, so what was your other version of what you were saying? You were like, because before you were like back then, what you just said.
Basically, like, I thought that I was going to be done with my psychology degree.
Right. So what is this new revamped version that you were like comparing the old? You were like,
oh, so basically, like, I've had my kids now.
Yeah,
like,
I guess. Yeah.
So yeah, like, I have my kids now, and everything's like backwards now. I'm not married. So, and then that's okay. Like, I'm not married. I have my kids. Like, I have my life going for me a little bit more now. But it was a struggle. Like, getting out of your 20s, you're just really, like, learning who you really want to be, what you like, what you don't like. Like, it's really just something that you have to grow to. It's a growth process in this thing we call life. And life gonna be life in always, but you have to breathe, take a moment, and be like, okay, what can I accomplish right now at this moment? Yes, I have these long-term goals that I'm trying to get to, but what is in my face and what can I realistically do right now to be able to get where I want to be? And just go from there. But don't stress yourself out about it if it's not happening right now, because that's where you end up failing. Yeah. Because you're harping on the one thing. Like Dad used to say, you're worried about the you're worried about the carriage before you get the horse. Yeah. You need the horse before you got the carriage. That's just really what you have to worry about.
Is it though? Because of me wanting to argue with him. I'm like, well, you can get either one first. Why can't we get the carriage first? Like,
because how are you gonna go?
You don't go, but you get it dropped off, and then you're like, oh, well, now I need a horse.
But who's carrying the carriage?
No, what do you mean?
You need a horse and a carriage to get where you need to go.
I got it. I get it. I'm just like, I can argue with anything if we're being real.
He had a good point.
He has a point. He did a little song where they be like that. He did. He got him with that one little thing. That one little.
So, what's your traditional family rule? Like, what do you see for your life? You're obviously not in my point right now, but what do you see for your own life?
Like
by the time you get to my point.
From this point?
From this point right now until my point. Like, what is kind of like a goal that you're trying to, like, what are some goals that you're trying to get to by my point?
I need to have land. I'm on business, guys. I need to have land. I need to have traveled. My passport needs to be stamped. I need a new passport. That's how much stamped it is. Like, I need to travel for real.
She got goals.
I got goals that involves money. So, and honestly, by your point, what are you, 30? I'm like,
31 in 2 months.
Oh, congratulations.
You're 31 in 2 months. That's right.
I mean, like, I want to have kids. I just don't know when that's going to be good for me.
Don't rush that.
I'm like,
everybody in your 20s right now, don't think about a child right now. It's not a necessity.
I don't think about it.
It's not a necessity to have a child unless you're at that point with your significant other and you're okay. Like, you are married. I would say if you're in your 20s right now and say that you're married and you have a good husband or you have a good wife and you guys have a family plan and y'all are really about each other, absolutely. But if y'all just out here, have several seats and do you, baby, because the streets is raggedy. Okay.
That's okay.
It's ghetto. It's ghetto out here in these streets, and it's just no. It is what it is.
She said what she said.
Don't just be spreading them legs just to spread them legs.
I just spread them legs.
It is what it is,
bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, I saw some TikTok recently that I always see some TikTok. I saw some TikTok recently that was like, what if marriage just wasn't on your path? Like that just wasn't in this lifetime for you. And like, it really got me thinking, and I was like, you know, if you want it to happen for you, I'm sure that you can get married. Like, but like, it's like really about like energetic feelings, soul wise. Like, are you settling? Or you're not supposed to be here? Or you're not supposed to be with this person? Like, what are you really doing? Like, do you just want to get married to say you got married? So like it's like a whole thing about it. But I'd be like, but what I made me think about it, because I was like, you know, like in my head, like I feel like a lot of people, majority people, but me specifically, like it's just automatically in my head that eventually like I will get married. Like at some point I would like a wedding, like I would like to have a family and do that whole thing. But I'm like, what if it wasn't? What if it was just me? What if I really was just the rich auntie who was just there with no kids, no hubby, like whatever, you know? Like I think about that and I'm like, I'm already doing like everything that I really want to do. Like I'm actually thinking about like how to be like a bigger adult like me.
You're at peace.
I used to do that all the time and I just started doing that again, but like peace right now, no, not necessarily, because I have this
within
like
yourself without needing a significant other. That's what I mean about
oh yeah for
like,
sure. I don't need nobody else.
Like, you don't need a man. You don't need somebody to be like, oh yeah, like I love you, I need you, we need to be like this, and you're like, no, I got my own thing. When like I'm already complete and I don't need somebody else to come in and us be two wholes.
Technically, it's just like if I do, they would need to be a partner. Like I just want to build with somebody. Like if I do get into a relationship or
Prince did.
and like I just gotta build with somebody. So it's like, I don't know, it's all fun and games, but you can literally go to dinner with anybody. Like you can go to the movies with anybody, but like, you know, it's different if you're like building something with somebody. I'm like, because I don't really care right now. I'm like, whatever. But like, it's fun when it's there, but it's like whatever when it's not.
Yeah, it's not a necessity.
Yeah. Anyway, what is currently the best thing or lesson about your life / your route that you took or had to take?
What's the most important part?
What's the best part? The best part, thing, or lesson? Like you can choose one of them.
That. Oh, this one's kind of hard. You know what? I just feel like wherever God leads you, don't think of it as you have failed or you're behind. I think that's the part that I'm starting to understand about my own life, is because I see my friends or I see things around me. And I used to get really sad about the fact that I couldn't do those things because maybe I didn't have the money at the time. Maybe I couldn't get a certain job because I didn't have those skill sets. Maybe, you know, I couldn't go somewhere because I have kids. Like, those things I felt like used to, I'd be like, wow, that's like everything, like it's just against me and it's like holding me back. And, you know, I used to harp on all the things, all the negative things that I didn't used to be like, that I didn't accomplish or that I didn't do, as opposed to being grateful for the things that I have overcome and the things that have happened to me and just how my life is the way that it is now. I think that learning to be grateful, learning to be more understanding about how your life is.
Sorry, she was real deep into it too.
And just thinking about how your life is in general. I just think that if you focus more on the present and not the past, and not be so anxious about how your future is going to go, just let shit just be how it is, you'll get to where you want to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like, if you let it go, like, I mean, it just kind of works out.
Because if it's meant to be, whatever's meant for you is never going to leave you, or or it'll happen, but it just won't happen when you want it to happen. It's always going to be there for you. Mm-hmm. But just always when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every single time. Unexpected. It's like as soon as you either let go of something that you were thinking about before that, it's like, there it is. Yeah. Whatever you were like the harping, it's there.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever, like when I say something, I let it go now. Yeah. Because what's meant for me will never leave me. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would say that what is the question? It's like, what is my best? The best thing about my life right now. What am I learning? Something. I don't know. Okay, maybe maybe it would be because like I actually am. Why does my hair feel crazy back here? Okay. Why does it feel like that? What is going on here?
Because you got one braid that's just like, do it. Oh my God.
But like, what happened? Like, it was fine.
Oh, because it needs to be pulled in. Yeah, there you go. Oh. It's just the way you have it.
Okay. All right. Sorry, y'all. Okay. I would say that the best part about my life right now is that I don't have free time necessarily, in the sense of like I'm always doing something creatively, or I can always find something to do creatively, or I'm always working on some kind of project. So I'm honestly like I do feel like I'm working towards my career that I actually do want to be in, or like the fields, and I'm getting like experience my own, like I'm in my own lane. And I get my own experiences and my own lessons or whatever in my creative journey. And I don't want to go, especially creatively, I don't want to go the traditional route and just go straight into the entertainment industry and start working for somebody else and start writing for somebody else. And, not confining, but like restricting basically like my stories. And like actually having to play by somebody else's rules, basically. Because when I post on YouTube and Instagram and stuff, like, a lot of the time, even when I get like client work, like they trust me to just put together a video in the way that I see it in my head. So I love how creatively free that I am right now, and like where I get to be and what I get to do and produce, and the people I get to meet and the networking that I get to do and all the little experiences or whatever, because I have genuinely like created this in my head. Like it was a thought one day to like just be like in this space zone, like time. And I feel like I didn't answer earlier. I feel like I didn't answer your question earlier about where I saw my life at this point, but at your point. Oh no, I did. I said I need land, which so you see where I'm going. So like the land in the sense of being like, because I don't want to always be working in the field and like doing something, like I do long to live this like in the woods peaceful life that I just wake up and drink coffee and go to the grocery store and come home and like not do anything type thing. Like there is a piece of me that just wants to like not do anything but like obviously create still on my own time, on my own schedule, be my own boss, entrepreneur stuff, all that fun stuff basically. So I love that I get to be an entrepreneur, and if anything were to happen to me, I know that I love that I live my life because I did a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do already. So honestly, I mean, like, it's just about hitting the bigger milestones now that I can't see for myself, but that the universe has for me.
Fair enough. A little long-winded.
A little. But yeah, that's about it, y'all, though.
Okay, let's see what you've given me.
What? No, that's it. You can wrap it up.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, that's too much, too long.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, because we need to talk about how did I find out pregnant with twins. That's another day. That could be a bonus. That could be a bonus TikTok clip or something.
Bonus epi.
Yeah. Find us on our Patreon.
She stay with the Patreon.
One day, I really think that we do need to do that because there are things that I want to talk about that I just don't. I can't be just talking about that for free. Like, you gotta give me a little something to talk about that.
Girl.
I be wanting to say certain stuff that I just cannot say.
Y'all hear that? Y'all better support this girl's Patreon because she got tea, but she not spilling for free.
It will be our Patreon though.
I know, but I don't got nothing that they gonna hear that they gonna want to pay for. I'm not telling them my tea. It's gonna be Sharice's hot tea.
Oh Lord, boo.
Yeah, boo. I don't care. They don't need to know nothing. This is real life, bro. Anything that's on the internet, they can use and hold against us.
None of you not telling no weird stuff.
It's not.
What kind of weird? I'm like, no, what you?
I'm just like, the internet just does not need to know everything. That's my thing. They don't need to know everything. Even if they paying for it, like, that's just even more incentive to get into my life. Like, baby, no.
Even if I tell you all the tea, you're never gonna know all the tea.
It don't matter. They get what's the word? Entitled to your business on the internet. That's why them couples make breakup videos. You imagine making a breakup video talking about we broke up, bro.
You know how much money they get from that though?
Bro, you see her? You see this? You see I'm on the rock. I need a new co-host. I need a new co-host because she in it for the clout. She said, "You see how much money?"
I'm not doing that because I
got
never
money.
What I'm saying is that those people who do that stuff on YouTube, they know what they're doing, and most of that stuff is fake. It's not real. So all them extras when they be crying and doing all that stuff, like, they doing that for the money. I'm never gonna put a breakup video on there.
Isn't that just ridiculous? That's just like, I don't care who I see in the future who's done a breakup video, baby. Like, that's crazy.
Listen, get your coin however you're gonna get your coin. I ain't mad at how people get their coin, especially that way. If all they gotta do is cry for 15 minutes talking about what they did and what they didn't
15 minutes and 15 million people later, and that's cool. I guess for the money. Sell your soul for the money. That's selling your soul for the money, baby.
If it's not real.
Oh my Lord. That's the same thing. That you go into now we getting into it because
you telling a fake, most of the time they telling a fake story. This is how I see it. They telling a fake story. None of it's real, and they're just making coin from it. And they letting the internet believe whatever they want to believe while they going to the grocery store still kissing and hugging up on each other, saying "I love you." At the end of the day.
Imagine living a lie. Imagine your conscience. Can't be. Couldn't
like
be
I
me.
said, I'm never doing that.
Yeah, but she thought about it. She's thought about it.
Not for a breakup video. If I'm gonna spill some tea, I'm gonna spill some tea. Period. I'm gonna spill some tea about my own life that's real, but not some tea that I'm gonna feel regret or embarrassed or ashamed about. It's just a random wild story that probably could have happened.
We'll see what happens in the future. TMZ when they catch up with us. We're gonna see what Sherise shared at this point.
I'm an open book. That's why. That's what makes us complete opposites.
Anyway, though, that is the end of this episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. You know, we can come back every week and be like, "Oh, life was lifing," but you know, a podcast is a podcast, and we're talking. There's an episode. So we are sorry we were gone, but don't act like we wasn't consistent in the beginning. We trying, y'all.
We are. I mean, now that it's summer, it's gonna be able to be a little bit more consistent. Perris doesn't have school. My work hours are gonna be changing, so there you go. So we'll be able to be a little bit more consistent, more on the schedule, be more on our shift.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, got big goals, big plans. Got to be consistent with them all. So yeah. We shall see you guys in the next episode.
Please be sure to rate, give us stars. Go watch us on YouTube, and we are on all streaming platforms.
Bye.
Bye.
Yo, what's up, Earth? It's Perris from XYZ and Tea. Be sure to leave us a rating, comment, and review so we know what you want to see next from us, and catch us every Sunday at 5 a.m. right here on YouTube or Spotify.